International best-selling author Daniel Calla has an uncanny knack of timely takes on topical events in his novels, and his latest title is no exception.
Here it is, right here. Fit to Die is a riveting thriller about online body shaming, toxic diet pills, a vulnerable mega celebrity, and a rapidly rising body count. And Daniel Calla is back with us on TMS to tell us more about his latest. Doctor, it's good to see you. Good morning.
Oh, it's so great to see you two again.
Nice to see you in person here in the studio. Great to have you with us this morning. And I think we've asked you about this before. I mean, you're an ER physician, a university professor, a best-selling author. I feel like we could add time management specialist to your resume, to your repertoire. How do you get this all done?
Well, that's one of the, huge advantages and joys of being an ER doctor. You learn to manage time. That's what you have to do best to do it well. So it's been an ideal career to train me for the others.
And 14th novel. Can you believe that?
No.
That is fantastic. Congrats on that. As I mentioned in the intro, there's the 14. In case you forgot, there were the 14 covers. Another timely topic, timely title, Fit to Die. Diet culture seems to be everywhere. We've been talking so much about Ozempic. Your province has been leading the way with cracking down on Ozempic heading to the States. I guess we're intrigued. We talk about it all the time on the show. I imagine that is the intrigue for you as well to write about it.
For sure. Having young, daughters who are young women and see them grow up with this, as you say, the toxic diet culture, and then it's amplified by social media with all these body image issues and distortions. And it's I think the next epidemic, and everybody wants the quick fix. It's more important to be comfortable in your own skin than what you weigh, but that's a tough message to get across to people, and there are people capitalizing on it. In this book in particular, they're in a very toxic way.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that, because part of what you write about is influencers in this book, and you just mentioned the amplification by social media. Why did you choose to make an influencer one of your characters in this book?
Because it's just incredible the impact that can have. And in this book, there's this toxic diet pill that's circulating and starting to kill people, especially in Vancouver and LA. And then a megastar, a pop celebrity, dies who's hiding an eating disorder. And once that happens, the race is on to stop this distribution of the drug, because people are worried, even though she died, that it'll actually promote the use of this, unfortunately very real and extremely deadly poison that's being peddled to the vulnerable.
Now, the toxic diet pills, nothing is in your book. It's not what we're seeing out and about. It's not something you see in the ER. But what are your experiences with regards to diet pills and Ozempic?
Yeah, I mean, I have worries about Ozempic. It's a great medicine for the right person, but I think it is certainly being overused and maybe to a degree abused. In fact, the diet pill in this book is real, and it's killed people across North America and Europe sporadically. It's an old explosive, and it's the ultimate example of, the most dangerous things that, people will believe anything and want to try anything. So, but we are seeing, we see eating disorder patients, body dysmorphic patients, and they're affecting all ages. It's not just young women anymore. It's men, it's middle-aged people. I'm really concerned that this is spreading, and as I said, it just gets so amplified on social media, and that's why an influencer was such an obvious choice to be a victim.
So when you saw all of this exploding regarding Ozempic being used as a diet drug, did you just kind of sit back and say, I told you so, or I knew this was happening, I knew this was coming?
Yeah, but some things, it's like when I write a book about pandemics, people say, how do you see that coming? Well, anybody can see it coming. It's the same thing with our obsession with, quick fixes and diet industry. Of course, some bad stuff is going to come out of this. I didn't think Ozempic was, even when I was writing it, was going to explode like it did. But I'm really worried that much worse, much more dangerous is going to emerge, and people are going to spin the roulette wheel just, for the potential benefits.
Well, while we have you here now, I mean, we talked when we were in the middle of the pandemic, we talked to you about your novel regarding the pandemic. Now we're in the middle of Ozempic issues, talking about this toxic diet pill. what are you working on next? Because I feel like I'm looking in a crystal ball. What's coming next?
What do we need to be prepared for, Dr. Keller?
Well, the next one's actually a thriller about psychedelics, but it both talks about the risks, but also the benefits of psychedelics, because I think that's a whole new frontier in psychotherapy, you know, and I think there's some really interesting stuff coming up, so it was fun to write about.
All right, well, we'll look forward to that. In the meantime, here is the latest from Dr. Keller, Fit to Die. It is out now. So you mentioned great to see you in person. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks.